So let's dive right on in. So when you're messing with SEO, you're going to have plenty of options with the PhotoBiz builder. We're going to look at some of the ways that you can optimize your website for SEO. The best way right away for pages when it goes through it is going to be by page, right? You want to make sure that you're able to optimize your pages so it's searchable. So that's why we recommend having multiple pages and a blog. And why do we recommend those things? Well, a blog's going to make sure that you're accountable and seen online. It's going to give you more pages that don't just clutter up your navigation over here. It's like hidden pages within the website that is only accessible if you have a blog page or some type of like news page that is there. But then those pages and links live organically on search engine results, which is what you want. You want this stuff to be found through search primarily, and that's what the blog is there for. But then your regular pages, yeah, you want those seen as well. So we're going to showcase how you can optimize your pages, your blog posts, and even your images. We're going to walk through that today. So first, let's talk about the pages. So right away, when you are building a page, once you're done, you have this option over here. This is your SEO tab. When you click here, you're going to get an auto option right away. Now, you can go ahead and click to customize. And here's where you can modify all the text here. Now, you can do this manually, or you can utilize our PhotoBiz AI system. Now, if you're doing it manually, we have character sets here. This is what is optimized for Google based on how those descriptions are seen. So if you go past it, you're going to see that these character counts will start giving you red flags. And this is important because this is going to help distinguish how visible it looks for users searching for content. So 65 characters is the max, 155 for the other. So when you're thinking about metadata, this is important. So meta titles is what defines the title of the page. This will help with displaying it in browser tabs and for search engine results. So if you are we'll say a Wilmington, North Carolina photographer, obviously you're going to want to put some of those context clues in there. So those are things you got to think about. Also, for meta descriptions, this is where you can be like a longer version of your meta title that goes more in depth. So this should be providing information of like what type of photography you do, where you're located, and possibly some extended information like you do products, services, and how long maybe you've been in business. Those are some things you should really curate on those descriptions. And then meta keywords, they're going to take the information provided by the title and the description, and they're going to break it out. So it's going to give you 10 to 15 unique keywords that you want to be discovered for. So Wilmington, North Carolina photographer, Wilmington, whatever type of, we'll say family photographer, boudoir photographer, senior photographer, all those types of things will be accounted for when it breaks out the information. I'm going to show you how you can do this. You can do it manually, but we're going to showcase how you can do it with PhotoBiz AI. So in here, this is where I would put, I'm a Wilmington, North Carolina photographer named Jeremy Heiler. I shoot seniors and family photos. I've been a professional for 20 years. I have product and services at great values without compromising quality. How about that? Right? So we're going to generate this text. Now it's going to create that context. So you can see it made something. Now the character count here is a little bit longer, so we might want to change some of the words here. Maybe I only want to change professional Wilmington photographer. Maybe I want to put family, something like that. And then, I don't know if I need to say 20 years experience, so maybe I'm going to change it just slightly. Family and seniors. And there we go. Now we got discover high quality senior and family photography in Wilmington, North Carolina. Great values without compromise. Book your session today. And there you go. It's a 140 character count. Now we're going to see here Wilmington photographer, Jeremy Heiler, family photos, senior portraits, professional photography, quality services, affordable rates, North Carolina, photography sessions, expert photographer. Now when I hit save changes, this is our Google preview. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. You can see how it breaks out. So family and seniors, Wilmington photographer, Jeremy Heiler, discover high quality senior and family photography in Wilmington, North Carolina, great values without compromise, quality, book your session today. So it took everything that it gave as context clues and it fed the system. And of course you can do this to anything that you're looking for, you know, whatever styles. Look at these prompts. So focus on family portrait photography in Dallas, emphasize commercial photography in Los Angeles, highlight wedding photographer in New York. So it really comes down to what you want to be discovered for. And you want to think about this beyond just who you are and making this SEO on every single page. You're going to want to emphasize different things for different pages. So let's go to our next one. So we already know that we're this. I'm going to just take this with me so I don't have to keep typing that out. But when we go to our about page, you know, maybe I want to put some information here as well. So we're going to put here about page 4. There we go. And then here's where you can 20 years experience as a pro photographer, awards and PPA certified expert. Learn more about my history with film and video and what led me to today's work. You know, something like that. So now it's going to correlate this. So about Jeremy Heiler. There we go. Perfect. 64 characters. Here, discover Jeremy Heiler, award-winning family and senior photographer in Wilmington, North Carolina with 20 years of experience and PPA certification. I don't need this learn more part because it's kind of just fluff. So there we go. But the important part here is it gives me family photographer, senior photographer, women photographer, Jeremy Heiler, professional photography, PPA certified, photography awards, film history, 20 years experience. So all that's more context clues. You can see how it does here. And you'll keep doing this for each thing that you want to be discovered for, right? So if we were going to create, I'm just going to pop in something real quick, a gallery page. We'll just pop this one in. Awesome, right? So we're going to go here, we're going to create another one. And then we're going to say, same thing earlier, gallery portfolio page for and you can give it more context clues if you want, but let's see what it comes up with. Explore the stunning gallery portfolio of Wilmington photographer Jeremy Heiler, showcasing beautiful moments for families and seniors. See, that's what we're looking for. Simple as that. So think about how you want to curate what you want when it comes to being discovered. Now, it's as simple as finding that information, putting it in place, or relying on the AI systems that's there and available. Now, once you do this to all of your pages, what happens next? Well, there's plenty of what happens next. We want to keep getting discovered. One of our latest features that I know is going to be really exciting for you is we've got to put all these tags so we can be discovered in search, right? Well, I'm happy to tell you about alt text now has AI system generated features. So we have here, what would you say? A family taking a stroll out on the beach. It's sunlight. They're going towards the ocean, right? You would have to come up with the context clues for that, because when it comes to alt text, you want to make sure the biggest thing is it's about accessibility. If say someone comes to your website that can't see well or is physically unable to see, they need to know the context clues of the images that they're seeing. So what's being described to them. So that's what really alt text is alternative way of descripting something. Some people try to use it as just copywriting their photos, but that's not ideal. So what you're going to want to do is put in that context clues here, or you can ask PhotoBiz AI, and our system will read this image and put the data here. Let's give it a try. There we go. Let's see what it wrote. Family holding hands at the beach, facing the ocean waves, under a bright sky. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? And what else can you do to enhance this? If you want this to have context clues here, you can then add that information. Family senior, family Wilmington photographer. You can say photo by and look at that. Now, look how you've enhanced this. So not only is it a description about what's happening, but you can also add a little context clues of where this was taken if you want to, photo by family Wilmington photographer Jeremy Heiler. Great. That's why I was saying keep that copy, because you're going to use that later. So if I wanted to now, we can take that. I'm just going to keep this piece of it now. I'm going to use this on other options. But think about it. So even if you don't even do that, you just want to have alt text descriptions. Child with curly hair standing on shoreline looking out at the ocean under a blue sky. How awesome is that? Done. You can do this for every photo that you have now, and it's instantaneous. And the person holding a pineapple drink with a straw overlooking the turquoise ocean and rocky shore. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy scary in a way, but isn't it amazing that it's so accurate? And now you just get to be the benefit of that. You can just punch that in, and then you can move on to the next photo. And then you can add extra context clues if you want to, but it's already done. Man sitting at the beach holding a skateboard with the ocean, waves, and cloudy sky in the background. Instantaneous. This is going to save you so much time when it comes to being discovered. Now you just add a little bit of context clues if you prefer, and you're done. No worry about what to say for every photo, because now you can just use the system that's there, let it generate for you. Quiet beach scene with rocky cliffs, gentle waves, and a person walking along the shore of the misty atmosphere. And you can do this to every photo that, if you prefer. You don't have to do this to every single photo, but for the ones that you want for searchability, it'll be great now because it gives you that context that you can now add to the website and have it generated and visible through search engine results. And if you start adding, that information for when people are looking for beach photography in Wilmington, these photos might actually come up in search because of the context clues that are provided and what you give it. And now if you add that little bit about which beach this is, because it might not know exactly where this is at. This could be Costa Rica, this could be Wilmington, who knows? But if you give your little bit of context to it, it's done. That little photo provided by who, now you're going to start generating a little bit more visibility in image search results. It starts putting the context clues together. So that enhances SEO. What are some other things we can do to enhance our SEO? Well, let's take a look. When we go to our blog, we're just going to call it test post. Creating a blog is one of the absolute best things you can do for your search results. And why do I say that? Well, these types of topics people search for, say what to wear for Wilmington photos for families. Guess what? You could write a whole article about that. These evergreen topics help with being searched anytime, and they don't date themselves. So, what to wear for great family portrait session at Wilmington Beach NC. Mention my business as a photographer for 20 years. doing family photos and senior options. Use a warm voice. And why do we say that? Because we want this to feel projected as something kind, something warm, that's inviting. And then from there, you can mention anything else. What to wear, you know, write a blog about what to wear for a great family session at Wilmington Beach. Mention my business as a photographer for 20 years, doing family photos. Use a warm voice to describe the attire. My business name is Jeremy Heiler Portrait Photos. So you could have this, and then once it's there, you are pretty much set. So there we go. We're going to generate text. It's going to look at what you've given it, and out of that, it's going to break down, generate a story that can be evergreen content here. So, what to wear for a great family portrait session at Wilmington Beach. And then it gives you an entire write-up of everything there. Colors, layering is key, fabrics for fit, footwear for choices, accessorize, etc. And look at that, put me, mention me there, put the places that I want to be searched for, Wilmington Beach. All this information is directly here, and this article is written. It's ready, it's evergreen. We just add a photo to it. We're just gonna pick something from families. We're just gonna select, you know, something a little beachy if we have it. There we go, done. Now we got that. Here we go. Read through it, make sure it says everything you want it to, right? Next, you can just straight up publish it if you want to. But before we do that, we're gonna go through our settings. You're gonna see that there's an SEO option here. Here you can see what's available. It's gonna create that. Or you can create your own custom options. There we go, meta description. Look at that. Now we already have this description, looks really great. We're gonna copy it. We're gonna go up to Ask PhotoBiz AI because we want to change our title because it just says test post. Blog is about what to wear for a family dinner. So when it comes to grammar reporting and what attire you can choose can make. There we go. So we're just gonna keep that. We're just gonna put this. How I got that. There we go. The meta title is now what to wear for family portraits at Wilmington Beach, North Carolina. Stylish outfits, create memories. This is way better description than what was there. It was just taking what was there from the initial, right there from the start. Now it's got actual depth to it. And look at these meta keywords: family portraits, Wilmington Beach, outfit ideas, beach photography, family portraits, portrait sessions, what to wear, photo tips. So now this is a great title, this is a great description, and we're ready to publish now. Once this is published out there, now it's searchable content. And this is what's going to look really nice when it comes to, you know, being found. This is what you want. Okay, so great little article. We got that. We'll just change the article here. You know, want it to match our SEO. There we go. Awesome. So now we have this. We got those options. What other ways can we enhance the SEO to our pages? We got a post. Let's do another one real quick so I can show you, walk through it again. This time I'll do one that's more seasonal. How about that? Something for Christmas. So we'll do that. We'll launch into here. Need to write a warm and inviting evergreen about Christmas holiday sessions at Wilmington Beach, NC. Use on the beach photos with Santa, which could be fun, or in studio options. My business name is Jeremy Heiler Portrait. There you go. So we got that in there, done. Gonna generate that. So I need to write a warm and inviting evergreen blog about Christmas holiday photo sessions at Wilmington Beach. Use the beach photos with Santa or in-studio options. So let's see what it generated. Here you can see that we got something cool. Beach sessions with Santa. Imagine the joy on your children's face as they meet Santa Claus right on the beach. Isn't that awesome? Our beach sessions offer a unique, picturesque setting for your holiday photos. As the sun sets over the ocean, you'll create stunning backdrops filled with warm colors and soothing sounds and waves. Personalize each experience. Each session is tailored to your family's needs. Creates fun, relaxing atmosphere, genuine smiles. So you can see it created this whole fun post about booking with you. And this is really great. So I think this right here is something you can completely vibe with. Now we want to go over here. Let's see what we got for SEO. Customize it. It's not bad. We're going to take it. We're just going to run it through the system one more time. A blog about photo sessions. There we go. So I think this looks good. We're going to do that, see what it does. Capture Christmas magic with Wilmington Beach photo sessions. Isn't that cool? Experience the magic of Christmas. Yeah. So you can see, it's very intelligent. It's highly sophisticated when it comes to dictating what is good for photographers. That's one of the things when we worked with putting the PhotoBiz AI system in here for SEO purposes. We wanted it to curate it based on what photographers' needs are. So it's highly focused on making sure that it comes up with the best narrative descriptions and titles for photographers. So you can see it did a really great job with that information that I gave it, and it created this very, very curated concept. So we are in there, we have that going. And then you would just add a photo, and then you would publish. Let's see if I have anything here. We'll just put this one here for now. How about that? Ooh, this one looks cool. Done. Share. Out to the world. Now you have this really great article that helps push people towards you about taking session photos. We got it going. So these pages, you can see up here, the descriptions are unfolding as we build them. So we have really great narratives. What else can we do to enhance our blogs or help enhance our SEO? Well, there's other options you want to look at. Check your branding. You want to make sure that you have your company name, address, all that stuff, if it's correct. So, Jeremy Heiler. Your address, all the information you want to put in here. Other things you want to look at, you can enhance your SEO on. If you've got products, if you want them searchable, you can go through here, products and services. You can select which products, like say this one. You can see there's options for SEO here. You can customize it directly in here as well. That way that when people are searching for a coffee mug for photos or anything like that, all this information is searchable, not just within the website, but outside in search results. You can do this for all the products, all your services. So if we're going to look at services, same thing. All that can be optimized for search. So So think about other ways that you want to enhance to be found. Especially if you have a large inventory of products and services, you want them discovered online, you can absolutely optimize for those. But one key things that you want for your website is making sure that your images are searchable and that your pages have context clues and your blog is proficient when it comes to making sure that it has the right details for the right content. So that's the main focus of the day. We wanted to talk about some of the latest features that we have with SEO and how SEO is really being helped out by our PhotoBiz AI engine that we've built in there, and how you can lean on that to help curate that stuff. Making sure it's visible for search engines, because search is changing. Search is absolutely changing. If you don't know, now there's other options out there when it comes to search, and it's not just regular search engines. It's now called Google AI mode. So let's go to our blog.photobiz.com. There's a whole article about it. Will Google's AI mode make it harder for clients to find photographers? Let's look at this. And right here you can see there's a whole section that talks about all the new updates that they made. They're rolling out now to pretty much everyone. But when people are looking for certain things, such as what's the best lighting for golden hour for beach portraits, yeah, you can get a breakdown, time of day, stuff like that. Great for you. But when people are doing things like for search, like, hey, give me reviews on PhotoBiz, now all that can be there, and like which is the best, etc., etc. These are the things that are going to be replacing it, especially for photographers. So how does it do this? Best photographer near me is now actually going to show people who they think is the best rated photographer versus people near them. So you're going to get way more niched, synced in choices, and then they can ask a follow-up question on, hey, who would you pick? And based on those details, it'll give it to them. So what details is Google AI looking at? Obviously, if you have a Google business profile, it's going to look at customer reviews and ratings, website's content clarity, so being clear on what you have is important, third-party citations like Yelp, WeddingWire, etc., and visual metadata from your images. So big thing here, we want to make sure that all that is clear in there as we go forward. Other things that you're going to see is just a lot of these things need to be verified, security of categories, and your NAP consistency. What is that? Making sure your name, address, and phone are accurate in places everywhere. Otherwise, if there's one letter off or some new address, it starts to confuse the system, and now it doesn't know if it's real or not. And other things it looks at is high quality photo uploads. So make sure you're uploading your best, and then fast loading mobile friendly sites, which you don't have to worry about because you are using PhotoBiz. So the good about this is if your content is cited in AI summaries, it puts you in front of users at the top of the page. So that's great. The bad, people might not click through. So a lot of things we've seen is zero search, clicks, searches. Means people don't even have to click into your website anymore to get the details that they're looking for. If Google says you're the best, they're probably already contacting you, but they didn't go through your website, which can make your SEO feel like less people are coming to your website and less attentive. So yeah, that can feel bad. Other things you can look at is, you need to make sure that you're writing with structure. You need to make sure that you have the right header ones, header twos, things like that. Use FAQ pages when possible. That's also helpful. Just gives more information for Google to use. So what's this do? It's going to design a speed up decision making. It's just going to make things more faster for clients to just say yes to this person. So you want to be a part of those yeses. So things to do: sharpen your Google business profile, structure your website for clarity, add an FAQ section, include relevant city names and headlines and page content, use schema markups for local businesses and reviews, create content that matches search results. So blog about client questions, top 5 places for maternity photos in your location, share location-specific galleries, answer niche questions such as beach portraits for toddlers, things like that. Think like a searcher, not just like a marketer. So ask yourself, if you were searching for your service in your city, would Google really know what I offer? And the answer is maybe. It's time to clarify. So that's some stuff that you need to think about as we roll into the future with AI systems and SEO. If you want to learn more about it and you want to listen to more great stuff, we have a podcast, the Focus Shift podcast. you can subscribe to on Spotify, or you can go directly to YouTube. In this article here on our blog, you can listen to it anytime. It's really great. This one's going to talk about Google AI's mode and how it changes search, but there's many other topics. I definitely recommend taking a listen to it anytime. Yeah, really great, highly context, and benefit to you is it's not like an hour long. You get most of our shows within 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of great content. I think you're going to help you understand how the world is changing, how you can market for yourself, and how do you keep up what's going on in the world of SEO. Okay, so if you need more help, always check out our blog at photobiz.com for more topics like that. You can also see things like, hey, we got some new refreshing tools out there. We have ways to help you build your website, making sure that you're found for search and such. But you need even more help, you can always go to our education.photobiz.com. Here you'll be able to see what's coming up, upcoming events. You'll see today we have Ask Me Anything about SEO, but next week we're doing website reviews, and then Ask Me Anything about preparing for holiday sales. We mentioned a little bit about holiday sales here. Wonder how we can play into that for the following weeks. Then back to website reviews, then changing layouts and website reviews. Some really great stuff coming up. You can also check out our coaching services that are available. So if you need help, one-on-one assistance, guess what? This is one of our best services that we provide. It gives you one-on-one time with a coach, an in-house expert. So if you need help for design, e-commerce, client galleries, marketing, forms and contracts, SEO, or even just getting started, our team is there to assist you. In 1 hour, we can get a lot done. Trust me, you're going to be blown away with what can be achieved in that time frame. Other than that, you can also click on our on-demand videos, see what we have available. You can see we have an entire quick start series that's available. If you're getting started, it'll walk you through setting up. You also see the PhotoBiz tool demos that are available. So if you need help with setting up or getting ready, you want to know more about a product, these demos, they're short, they're about 5 to 10 minutes each. They'll assist you with setting up and understanding your product best than ever. And of course, you can always click here, live chat with us, or give us a call anytime whenever you need help. All right, that's it for this week. I want to say thank you. And if you have any more questions about SEO, reach out to our team. We have SEO services available that you can take advantage of that will help expedite you and make sure that you're found in search. All right, see you next time.